We're going to have a couple of quick questions on stage, and then we're going to throw to the audience if you have any comments, concerns, or questions. There's lots to dig into. I'm just going to say a couple of things. So I watched I think I watched like 80 or 90 films to put together this program.
Wow.
And I saw this a while back because I know your work. And Ted Hope, one of the EPs, I have a lot of respect for. And I saw this link and I was knocked out. It was a breath of fresh air. It was so alive. It was unpretentious. And it had an energy I hadn't felt in film for a long time. And I thought, okay, we have to have this. This embodies the spirit of what we're doing at this festival. Don't wait. Don't think. Don't go. Just do it.
Yes.
And feel it and go with the moment.
Yes.
And it's the opposite of what's happening right now when it comes to making independent cinema, especially in the United States.
Yes.
So my second thought was, how the hell did they do this? Pick up a camera, go to Bulgaria, and just start filming? Or was it, tell me about the process, tell me about the origin story, give me the seeds, and how did you get Cool Keith to give you the music? We'll come at the end. But discuss with me how this happened.
It happened when the writer's strike. It happened mostly with the writer's strike. And it was my first time. Prior to that, I sold a TV show for development with Crystal. And I was getting my feet wet with this industry called filmmaking, and I was excited. But then the writer's strike happened, and I was like, oh, come on, guys. Now I can't do something else again. So I asked Crystal, would she be down to make a movie? And she said, we can't write. So her as a documentary filmmaker, me as a rapper, we created what we call cinematic freestyling.
You bring the music to the movies.
That's right.
And you can feel it.
Yeah.
Was there a story structure? How much of a script did you follow? I loved how it was so spontaneous and you just go with the moment. How much of it was actually built around a concept or kind of a Curb Your Enthusiasm style, like just get from one point to the next?
It definitely started more complicated.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, there's a guy, and he starts working with the church guy and all that.
Oh, that's what the other story.
It was too much, and we were gonna do it in Palm Springs.
In Palm Springs in August,
and
but it's
Derrick
so
was
hot.
Let's just make this in Bulgaria, and I was like, that sounds crazy. What are you talking about?
She wasn't with it at first.
Why Bulgaria?
Because I had went there the summer before because her producer with Wolfpack, Isabella.
And Skate Kitchen, Isabella Zankova.
We had went there for a vacation, and me, I like to think a lot. So as soon as I got there, I was like, yo, this is like a TV show. And nobody was listening to me, obviously. And it came the next summer. I was like, yo, Bulgaria. And then she was like, nah,
no, your TV
sense.
show was amazing. He had this TV show idea about this black man who
gets
adopted by some Bulgarians, and every summer they go to this little seaside town. And
because I was trying to sell a show to a Bulgarian television network. That way I could just be there all the time. But nobody was feeling me at the dinner table. So the next...
but they just didn't take it seriously.
I was the black sheep of the table. Nobody listened. But the next summer, I had the same feeling for that place, that Sozopol. It's a beautiful place. You must visit Sozopol.
Yeah.
And I said to Crystal, maybe there. And by the grace of God, Isabella is actually crazy. So these two together, they two crazies. Together, they on bug out mission. So Crystal calls, when Crystal says yes to me, she then calls Izzy, and she's like, Izzy, you want to make a movie this summer? And Izzy just says, yeah. And that was it.
She's like, I had plans to go to Turkey and do kite surfing and all that stuff. I was like, well, just do this first.
And we made a movie in 17 days.
Oh my God.
But this was when I tell you.
That's incredible.
We came up with an idea and I was in Bulgaria the next week.
Yeah, in real time.
And I feel like this is representative of where things, I feel, are heading when it comes to low production costs, quite good production value. We were outside talking about this on the sofa, and you're like, the first time we're going to cut is the art direction. We're going to reduce how much we spend on on these departments? You had one camera, two camera. How did you find the crew? How did you put this
But the cool part
together?
is that you're cutting art production, but you're not cutting the heads of departments. So people are still getting paid to like come into a space and be like, how can we reimagine this in a way that's simple?
Yeah.
And but you're just like cutting the cost of like renting a place and making it something else.
But
you know what
I
mean?
do like what he just said as far as like cutting the actual art department. Like because a lot of life is already existent.
Yeah.
So a lot of what you're looking for, is already there. What is his name? Ed Hopper.
The painter?
Yeah, he would make these mundane type paintings. Everything we love him, but he's painting everything that's there already. He's not painting no new shit. He's painting everything that's already there.
Well, it's having a really strong connection to like what you see. And I think that's something that him and I really bonded over, because everywhere we go, we're like, this is amazing. These people are amazing.
As is.
Yeah,
and that's why I think
there's no reason to like go in and reimagine with these ideas that we have, because you can smash them together.
Yeah, I mean, and life is a dream already. So like, you're gonna add a lamp to a lamp, like.
And we had such a total trust with the whole process. Like, the matcha thing came while we were there. We're like, oh, what should they sell at the?
Yeah, I was thinking about how, because if we had enough money, we was trying to bring all my black friends to Sizopo so we could gentrify it. And we can make
They're like, how can we make it a little more simple? Matcha.
Yeah, so we brought the Japanese drink.
So here's my last question, and we'll throw it to the audience. But like, I know you were at the Sundance Actors Lab, where you were involved in a.
Oh yeah, in Sundance.
There was a period of being immersive in the process of acting, and we talked outside too. And you're like, you can convince me of many things. You have a certain way with people, and the spontaneity and a trust you build with people very quickly is quite unique. Tell me, as a doc director, how do you work with an actor who's walking the line between riffing often and also coming from a very emotionally vulnerable place? I see on this is what got me into this. You seem so open to everyone and open to possibility. With a structure, it's really quite unique. How did you harness that?
We don't think about that at all.
Good.
Yeah,
we just do it.
And I'm a child actor.
Oh yeah.
So for the record,
give your
so
CV.
I was in kindergarten. I was Mr. Bojangles. I played Mr. Bojangles in kindergarten, and then when I went to public school, I'm from Brooklyn. I went to an all Jewish public school. I was the black rabbi in Fiddler on the Roof for like 4 years, and then I took a break, and then I made the Black Sea. So I have some chops. If anybody wants to know my resume.
I mean, the thing is that when I first met him, the day I met him, I knew that he could bring something really unique to the screen, you know? Like, he's in music, he's made his own art films and his own kind of like perspective of things. It's always very raw. And there's, I think that something that happens in cinema is that people overthink it.
Yeah. And
they overdo it, and then it doesn't feel authentic. And between him and I, because I'm more, I come from more of a documentary, working with people that have their own stories and blah, blah, blah. And then he also has like, he's never let go of like that childish energy. Like when you're like, when like a 4-year-old, you're like, that's the best painting I've ever seen in my life. He's never let go of that. So we were able to collaborate in a way where just things would just happen. And like, he would be like, a lot of the people in this film, like the guy who picked him up at the end, that was the first time he met him. That guy just randomly picked his ass up and then.
First of all, that's a violation. I'm a grown man. Don't be picking me up in the street like that. Like, what if people watching? No, but that was crazy. But I think Mr. Morano, the man who put me in the Fiddler on the Roof in public school, he used to teach me. My school was a performing arts school. The best way to be a performing arts person is to just listen. It's a cheat code. Just listen.
Well, that's also the best way to be an actor.
You just listen.
You just listen. And
exactly,
react.
and you react.
You're non-existent. Just listen.
You listen and react to what the other actor is doing.
Just listen.
And we have like this sort of like. I mean, I think the reason why we realized we could do this is because like I do this like improv class, and he came into the class and he was like, oh, we can make a whole ass movie like this. There's like, because when you dissect a scene and like the true kind of connections between the people in the scene, there's a whole backstory that comes and the whole thing that happens. And that can always turn into a film. And so we, you know, the way that we work, it's like I'll whisper something to him and then to another actor. If it's a scene he's not in, he'll do the same. You want to keep their own experiences separate. And then when they come together, the magic happens.
The magic happens, the clash. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask, I'll go to the audience and have one more question before we finish up. But I have, are there any questions from the crowd? From folks who, yes, hello.
I have a question.
By the way, this is Jona's brother.
Hello, I have a question.
How did you like your sister in the movie?
She was amazing. But she wasn't my favorite part, actually. But I don't know, I really enjoyed the film. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
I was just felt really inspired by the just the fact that the main character, I don't know, you guys opened a cafe and like you really created like a little like space that the community there could hang out in, and that just felt so wholesome, and I really want to do that myself. So I was just like, I want to do that. So I was just like, where did the inspiration from that space come from, and like how did you come up with the idea to do that in the film?
The idea to do that is because I'm like you. I wanted to do that. I'm a barista as well, so I don't make movies. I mean, I make movies when I can, but my profession is, as an adult now, is a coffee person. So yeah, opening up a matcha bar or a coffee shop is the dream. We moved to Greece so I can open up my first Trinidadian restaurant in Greece. Yeah.
To fund the films?
To fund films and just to live a life.
To fund.
To fund.
To fund. Okay, good.
Have fun.
No,
to
fund.
fund.
To fund.
Because for us, it's all about fun.
It's all, yeah.
We don't want to, like, listen, like, we're so over being stressed. It's a lot.
Well, I don't think I'm ever stressed. But fun is the thing.
To be fun and to be free is how it sounds as well.
Yeah. And that's my one pet peeve and rule when I make things. That you gotta have fun. Or there's no reason that I'm doing this. Like I can sit down with myself, or I can go take a long run. But I need to have fun. I cannot be stressed.
I absolutely feel that in the film. It's a definite sense of you're having fun throughout the process.
Yes.
It sounds like there's a lot of back and forth, with whispering in the ears, but you're just having a great time, and it's infectious.
Yeah, no, it was like an improv class, but it was just real time. It was just real filming. It was.
I don't like to watch a film unless it's fun. Like, if I'm stressed watching a film, I'm like, I am so stressed all the time. What? I want to watch something and, like, enjoy myself. Like, I love films that, like, are really, like, just alive and, you know, just...
Yeah, I usually like dark, fun films.
They're few and far between these days.
He loves action films.
I love dark films.
Our algorithm on our TV is off the hook.
I come to the right place.
Yes.
I'm in Sweden.
I got a few of those for you. Other questions, folks, from the audience? Are there other comments or questions to be shared? Well, we
know you have some questions.
One at a time.
What's your
Let me ask you guys some questions.
Yeah. Oh, look, here we go.
You with your hand up. I want to ask you a question.
Hey, Laura.
What size is that sweater?
Hi, thanks for the film. I enjoyed it very much.
Oh, thank you for watching.
When I was watching, I was wondering the representation of Bulgaria. Is that how it actually felt and seemed to you, or did you add some character to it?
No. I did no.
No, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
You know, one of the greatest things about making this film was when we went into it, the conversation of exchange was very important to me because the idea of poverty porn, or however they say it in this film community, I didn't want to be a part of, coming from an impoverished neighborhood back in Brooklyn. So I wanted to meet everybody halfway, and I think that this film did a great job of exchanging culture as opposed to like overly exploiting or overly explaining someone else's culture. So I thought that there was something to share between me and Ermina, the young lady that was playing Ina.
Yeah, because most of the people in the film were just there, that we like pulled them in.
From the street.
And they had fun, so they came back. Like the two women from the restaurant, we literally we had the idea. He had the idea for the restaurant, for the shoes.
Oh, yeah.
And the women were just working there because we liked the place.
Yeah, and one of the women actually owns a legendary bar in Bulgaria.
Yeah, in Sofia, yeah. And we kept just bringing it. We're like, oh, do you want to do this other scene? Oh, do you want to like lay down with Derrick and pretend like you guys did something last night?
Oh my God, that's the same lady that slept with Antonio Banderas.
Yes. She told us that.
That's what she said.
The casting was pretty epic, I have to say. I wasn't sure how much of this was real or not.
She
and I
probably
think
slept
that
with
is
Derrick,
like
too.
truly what we love to do, and like in the work that we like. Our next movie, we're doing a film in Romania. Derrick's directing this film. I'm producing it, and we found this wild, minor town that like had like an explosion, and now
Oh
it's,
my
like,
God! In
dying
2018, they had an explosion. So it's an actual miners town. And in 2018, they had this horrible explosion, and they have this Black Lives Matter sign outside their thing. And so I'm getting there. I'm like, oh yeah.
We went all over Romania, and he saw this, and he's like, this is where we're going to film the whole thing.
And it had this Black Lives Matter sign, but it wasn't Black Lives Matter. It was because if you're a coal miner, that's the vibe. So their lives matter. It was genius. It was genius. And I was like, wow, this really translated to different dimensions. This is great.
But yeah, I mean, to answer the question though, like we really, like, we just like to bring our ideas into a community that exists, and like we just kind of work together and see how it comes about. And because this film was improvised every single day, we were like reworking the story. Derrick was going and talking to people he didn't know, and we were making new friends, and all of a sudden they're part of the movie. And like,
it was a trip.
Like the guy that picked him up, he didn't even speak English. Like, no. But they communicated in this beautiful way that
he didn't speak any English.
Had nothing to do with language. It had to do with this vibe,
Yeah, and that's what's lacking, I think, in a lot of films that I'm seeing in the last year, a couple years, is a lack of vibe. So I want this leads perfectly into my last question, is that what has the industry response been to the film, and what have distributors or festivals said about this approach and this kind of punk attitude to making a film this way?
I think the first thing that people said about this film was that Joanna was there. This film got purchased right after our first festival,
which was South by, right?
Yeah,
last year.
Which is a big deal. And David Laub imputed some confidence on me that this is the man that bought Moonlight. He made A24 what it is today. So we enjoy A24, but we enjoy A24 because of David Laub's taste buds early on. And to be chosen by David, you couldn't ask for a better start. So for me, that was the greatest moment.
Yeah.
Just you have been embraced by distributors and
yeah. We have a distributor
press
in Bulgaria, and we're gonna be screening in the end of September.
September in Bulgaria.
But I do want to add something that's like maybe not the most positive thing about the industry right now, but there's like this obsession with celebrity, with like actors, like, a film doesn't work unless a certain actor is in it.
This is my complaints.
But there's not a focus on the actual movie and the story and the script, like something being really good. So there's a lot of like films that are being pre-bought, like pre-developed, blah, 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 because of the actors that are involved. But there's not a lot being pre-bought and pre-developed because of the amazing script, and it's like, somebody like Sean Baker, who's been making movies for 30 years, like he made a film, Honora, that did really well last year, obviously won the Oscar, and that's fantastic. And I love Sean for, everything he's done, but like you have to be at that level to be able to make a movie with an actor that isn't well known, which is total fucking bullshit. because like maybe like, you know, right after Wolfpack, like I made Skate Kitchen, which had no big, you know, celebrity actors in it, and that was like it was like something that was interesting to people. So I think that it's been like a little bit of a hard thing, because in Europe, if you're an American indie film, they want you to have the biggest actor in the film. They're not interested in the actual art form anymore. And so I think that
In Europe?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was actually an issue in Europe because they're like, oh, for this film festival, we're taking 2 American films and we want the biggest celebrities, so they'll come to the film festival. Everybody loves our film. They're, you know, but because of that, we've had like a really interesting run with like smaller festivals that are actually like about integrity and authenticity. And, you know, that's why we were so happy to come here. Because we're like, yeah, let's like actually like parade this film in a way that's like about the art. So
That's exactly it. And I've heard people talking about how they're looking for casting, of course, being a big factor in how they greenlight films, based on your social media following.
I think that's gross.
Based on on how
Like
many
that,
likes. Literally, it's kind of what the math is.
But
counting
like
on.
I know some creative people. I have some really cool friends, and some of them are not as social as me. Some of them are, and some of them are not even outgoing. So you mean to tell me life gonna pass you by because they don't have? No, that's not nice.
No, and it's impossible to make a film at the best of times.
That's-
but to
yeah.
add that layer to it is just is making it even worse, and we're missing out on a lot of real comment on life as it is now, on expression, because of this bizarre algorithm.
But we were
have to
talking
follow.
about this before, how the zeitgeist is going to shift.
Right.
Because
And I'm
people-
gambling big time on that with this festival, that's for sure.
It has to, because it always does, because like nothing ever stays the same. And I think that people are going to like start wanting authenticity a lot more, and they're going to want something that feels unique. Excuse me. And also, you know, people are going to be seeking things where they don't know all the actors. Like, I want to watch something that doesn't have everybody that you see every fucking day in your life.
I think it's going to take a really bold, ballsy financier to change these elements along with an artist.
We're on it, by the way.
And that is the persons that, you know, the artists and the financiers, they need each other. And when a financier can find the artist, or artist can find the financier that can help this thing, just like the way whoever made Netflix, they found their financiers and they found their artists, they made this thing. That's going to happen once more.
I think you're right. When there's a trend, there's always a counter reaction to it.
It
And
has
this
to be
is
bold.
yes,
Very
exactly,
bold.
exactly.
And people have to like be like, this shit is totally fucking different, and I'm gonna like, you know, it's like counterculture always comes up in this time, and it is. It's already happening. I can feel it. I can see it happening, and that's what's gonna like start to take over.
It's friction. You need friction.
Yeah, and I hope spaces like this, festivals like this, can connect you with people who care about that friction.
Yeah.
As often as possible. Alas, we're out of time.
I have one question though.
Yeah,
We do. Matt has a question
Just to prolong it a bit.
from right field.
From behind your back.
Yeah.
Thanks for the film. Lovely film. Absolutely loved it. I'm just a bit curious. Between the lead actors, how much dialogue was written? Was
No
nothing?
dialogue was
No
written.
dialogue was.
No,
yeah,
no, no.
all right.
Just
It felt
freestyle.
so genuine. It's
It's
great.
freestyle cinema.
Amazing.
The question was about how much dialogue was written, and it was just
between the
Nothing.
leads.
I love it.
Nothing.
I love that.
it.
Absolutely adore it.
More of that, please. More surprise in our lives right now. Less algorithm, more surprise. We're out of time, but we have one more question. Last question.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Love it again. No, but I just want to say that I'm really thankful to you guys because of inviting this film and everything, because as someone who is Swedish and a filmmaker here and who have been pitching concepts, movies, whatever, for a long time, and obviously facing what Crystal and Derrick are talking about in terms of, what do you wanna make a movie? What are you offering other than your movie? Like, how much PR are you offering? It's all consumerism, and it's so sad. And it's like, as someone here, it's like even made me like use bait in the Swedish industry. Actually, I'm not I'm not looking for money in Sweden anymore because what I would face with it's like, well, it's not gonna make us enough money. And so I'm like, the fact that this is happening here, it's like, I really wish that you guys would, you know, do a masterclass at the Swedish Film Institute probably, like really do like a cinematic freestyle.
I think that's where it's going. I think that one of the things that I got a job at the University of Minnesota. I did the film festival there, the Black European Film Festival. And I was just getting tipsy with the dean. And I said, yo, I got this course. And he was like, yo, that's good. Let's do it. And I was like, oh, shit. But I think to add what Joanna is saying is that we want to do things in real time. So I'm really making films right now. But I really want to show up at the university right now. At the same time, there's a lot of work. But it imputes confidence in the kids. I'm 45, so I will be tapping out of this thing soon. So, but the kids are very important. So if you can make an indie movie or a big blockbuster movie, but you can make your way to spend 2 months or a month with the kids, that's big. So when they see you on the Netflix, they see you on the airplanes, they say, I just saw him. He's not a has-been giving back to the school. He's doing it in real time.
I'm happy you said that. That's part of what we're trying to push as well, is to connect young people with cinematic.
Oh, this is the most important thing.
I think so too. But what the way you're talking about it is to keep things relevant, and to what you're saying too is just don't wait for the system to accept you. Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't waste your moment.
Yeah,
the few hours you have on Earth to say what you want to say and do it on
we were
camera.
watching Trash Humpers the other day. We're like, dude, Harmony and his wife literally fucking for 2 weeks became these people that are like literally like
living under a bridge, just humping the trash
like,
can.
Trolls like humping trash and like living in tires and stuff. It was beautiful.
I haven't seen it, but you've inspired me to watch
on
more
YouTube.
Harmony Korine.
This trash can's outside too.
His first film, Gummo, I saw after film school, and it completely changed
Oh, that's funny.
my life after
The coolest thing about Gummo is that it's in Belly. You know the movie Belly?
I have not seen Belly.
It's in Belly. It's in the TV of
They're
Belly.
watching it.
It's so genius.
I should watch it again.
It's genius.
I'll
It was about
pull up
5
my
years
VHS
before it
of
came
that
out.
copy I have. Folks, thank our guests. We have to go to dinner, put this on YouTube, and show more films
YouTube.
tonight.
Oh, this is going on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to use my YouTube voice.
Direct.
Hey, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you for saying what I was going to say. Thanks again for your support.